All right, so let's review just briefly what we've done so far. We talked about grip, we talked about hand position, getting everything in the right position, all the skin on the stick. Then we talked about two very important elements of control in drumming: stick path, being able to make the stick go straight up and down, and stick height, being able to lift the stick to the same height every single time. Two very important elements of control. The entire time we're doing that, we're reinforcing the correct grip, the correct hand position, and learning how to be in control of the stick. Very relaxed, very smooth. We did shadow stroke, moving the stick up and down very smoothly. We did two versions of snap stroke, moving up in one count, down in one count without hitting the drum. And the second variation of snap stroke was up in one count, but then when we come down, hit the drum, stop and rest position. Okay, we did that. Now, if you haven't reviewed those, if you haven't worked through those lessons, please do that, because that sets the foundation to take the next step. The next step is the third stroke, called switch stroke. Now, let me explain why this is so important. When you drum, now I did talk about earlier how the first most fundamental skill in drumming, or the landmark ability, I like to think of it, is to just play alternating single strokes. You have to be able to do that and do that well to do anything in drumming. If you can't do that, you're still pretending. You're not for real at all. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Good stick height control, good stick path control, good tempo. Everything's got to be in place. Now, to do that, your sticks alternate in a very smooth, opposite moving pattern. And the switch stroke is to help program your hands and develop the coordination between your right and left hand so you can do this very, very well. So switch stroke is simply, this is switch stroke. You start in rest position. Do this with me. You put your right hand up at accent height. Your left hand is down in rest position. Now we're going to simply practice moving in shadow stroke style, the same way we did shadow stroke, but the sticks are going to move opposite one another. So it looks like this. We'll do it in 3 counts, just like we did shadow stroke. 1, 2, 3. Move, 2, 3. One stick moves up, the other stick moves down. 1, 2, 3. Move, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Move, 2, 3. Now that's a very simple motion, but it's so important because I want you to notice, if I play alternating single strokes and then slow down, I reach the point where I'm doing switch stroke. Watch. One stick is moving down while the other stick is moving up. Now, if your hands don't do that in a very coordinated fashion, working together as a team, you don't get even 16th notes. You'll get something like this, which is what a lot of drummers get when they first start and try to do that. You don't want that. You have to program your hands to move together as a team and alternate in a very fluid, even fashion. That's what switch stroke is for. It teaches your hands how to do that. So let's do it again. Switch stroke, the shadow version. And by the way, we're going to do snap stroke version switch stroke in a minute as well. So do this with me again. Rest position, check, make sure everything is good. Thumbs on the side, fingers around the stick, hands flat, wrist very slightly up, nice angle to the stick. This part of the stick is a little bit higher than the bead. Nice crook in the wrist, very, very relaxed. All the skin's on the stick. I have a hold of the stick, but my hands are very, very relaxed. I'm not squeezing the stick at all. All right, so let me turn on my metronome. We're going to go slowly. This is 80 beats a minute. Right hand up, accent height, left hand rest position. Let's move in 3 counts. Ready and move. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 2. Move, 2, 3, rest, 2, 3. Move, 2, 3, rest. A few more times. 1, 2, 3, rest. Move, 2, 3, rest, and stop. Now, let me take just a minute and explain a few of the most common mistakes that people make here. I know this is not the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm telling you, these are the secrets of great drumming. So many beginning drummers pick up a pair of sticks and just start drumming and do so many things wrong. If you invest just a little bit of time and work through these motions and learn how to do them properly, you are going to skyrocket your progress. You'll develop your skills so much more quickly than if you don't do this kind of thing. Now, think about a few factors that are involved here. You want to be able to do this very, very well. We've established that. That's the first skill. Well, if your hands aren't moving in synchronization well, you're not going to be able to do that. So a common mistake when doing switch stroke is one hand will start to move, and then the other hand will move, and they're not moving together. The most important rule of switch stroke is that the hands have to start and stop exactly at the same time. It's like right there. When that motion begins, move, 2, 3, stop. They've got to stop. So 1, 2, 3. Start and stop each hand together. The most common mistake is for the top stick to move a few inches, and then the bottom stick starts moving. So watch that carefully. The other common mistake, and this is a common mistake with all of the preliminary strokes, is you get your hands in the right position, then you lift the stick up to accent height, and then on the way down, everything falls. Your hand falls, and you end up with your hand out of position, too low. Make sure that you're moving. Keep this part of your arm still. Use your hand, bend your wrist like a hinge, and make sure that when you get back to rest position, that you're still in the proper hand position with the proper grip. That's all very, very important. So let's do a few more shadow stroke versions of switch stroke. So switch stroke, shadow style. I'm going to turn on my metronome again. Right hand up, left hand down. Ready and move. 1, 2, 3. Rest. Move, 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 2, 3. Rest. One more time. Move, 2, 3. Rest. 2, 3. Okay, very good. Now, I like to tell beginning students that if they will invest a week of time, just a week, and every day do 25 of each of the preliminary strokes, just 25, it'll take you a couple of minutes for each stroke. The whole process will take you maybe 8 or 10 minutes. If you will do that every single day for a week, your muscles will get conditioned in this proper motion. You'll have great mastery over stick path and stick height. And then as you progress and continue on to the following lessons, playing more exercises, start applying what you're doing to the drum set, learn how to play different grooves and beats around the drums. You're going to have this foundation of hand technique and control over drumsticks that is going to make you great very fast. If you skip it all, don't have the patience to do it, think, this is boring, I don't want to do this is dumb, I'm going to go jam on the kit. Well, that's one way to do it, but it's not the fastest way to get great. So take your time and do this properly. It's not that big of an investment, but it pays huge, huge dividends. Okay, let's go to the next step of switch stroke. We're going to move in one count. So this is the snap version of switch stroke. Same thing we just did, we're going to move in one count. So let me demonstrate once, then we'll turn on the metronome and practice it together. Right hand up, left hand down. We're just going to trade places in one count. 1, 2, ready, go, switch. Hands just trade places. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. Very smooth motion, very precise, but very relaxed. Watch it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. That's it. Now let's do that together with the metronome. I'm going to use the same tempo, but I'm going to switch to 4/4 time. We'll move every 4 counts. Right hand up, left hand down. Do this with me. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Switch. 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 Ready, and switch. Nice and smooth. Two, three, four, and move. And move. Make sure they start and stop exactly together. Move. And move. And move. A couple more times. And move. And move. All right, let's stop there. So watch your hands. Make sure you maintain good grip and hand position. Work to master that same stick height every single time. Make sure your right hand accent height and your left hand accent height are the same. Another thing, now that we're using both hands together, that I didn't mention previously that's good to point out is that because your stick is moving, remember the definition of straight up is directly above where the stick used to be? Well, if that's the case, then the stick isn't moving towards the ceiling, it's moving in this circular plane, so it comes out here. Well, if you lift your other stick up, when your sticks are up in accent height, they're apart like this. Then they come down and they're close together at the pad. So sometimes people visualize that their stick should look like this when they're in the up position, and that's not right. That would be moving the stick towards your nose. That's not where it goes. It goes up here like that. So just to make sure that doesn't confuse you at all, that's important to know. Okay, now let's do the last version. We're going to hit the drum. Same as snap stroke. Up, on the way down, hit the drum, stop at a rest position. Same exact motion, but we're going to do switch stroke and have the sticks move opposite one another. So let me demonstrate it once. Rest position, right hand up, accent height, 1, 2, 3, 4. They just switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember, you've got to bring the stick down with some velocity so you get a nice accent. I don't want this. Bring it down with some strength, but still very relaxed. And don't flip. That's another very common mistake. Don't let the stick flip in your fingers. Keep it against the palm, but very relaxed. Don't squeeze it. All right, let's turn on the metronome and practice this one together. Rest position, check your hands. Keep checking this crook in the wrist. That's very important. One common mistake is people get their hands too wide. Sometimes people too narrow, but that's not as common. Remember the common mistake of letting the stick move over there. Don't let that happen. Keep your fingers around the stick. Keep it in that padded part of your palm, right there. Fingers around, but very relaxed. Keep all of that happening correctly. Right hand up. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, move. Ready, and. Ready, and. Ready, and. Ready, and. 3, 4, and switch. Take control over the sticks. Nice and smooth motion. Very relaxed, but be strong. Two, 3, 4. Couple more. And all right, let's stop there. Okay, now that's switch stroke. 3 different versions. Take your time, do them properly, and that's the third and final preliminary stroke. Now there are a couple of there are actually 3 more strokes that we're going to do together as we build into the exercises. But the remaining strokes are very much a normal part of drumming. I like to identify these 3 strokes as preliminary strokes because they're representations of drumming that are in slow motion, and there's stops to them, all for the purpose of helping you develop your hand control, your stick height control, your stick path control, all very, very important. Again, if you will do 25 of each of those strokes, the first two you got to do, 25 on the right, 25 on the left. When you get to switch stroke, you repeat the same shadow and the 2 snap strokes with the switch stroke style. If you'll do 25 of every one of those every day for a week, you will be awesome. Your hands will be strong, your grip will be strong, your control over stick path and stick height will be very, very good. So please take the time to go through those 3 preliminary strokes. There is magic and there are secrets in there that you will learn that I'll continue to point out to you as we develop and go into more advanced drumming. We'll continually refer back and I'll show you how those preliminary strokes will have given you the ability to play more advanced figures very well. So work hard at those, and let's go on to the next lesson and start drumming.